20 miles east of San Francisco, through the Caldecott Tunnel, at the base of Mount Diablo, lies the suburban paradise of Lafayette, California. Known for its highly rated schools, easy access to San Francisco by BART, and charming downtown, Lafayette often tops the list for families considering a move to the Bay Area. Here in downtown Lafayette, you'll find a charming combination of mostly local boutiques, restaurants, and cafes with grocery stores, and a few larger chains mixed in. On weekends, you'll see families out and about strolling down Lafayette's version of Main Street, Mount Diablo Boulevard, which is named after the beautiful mountain providing the backdrop for this part of the East Bay. Lafayette's small commercial district is home to a few larger companies and larger real estate groups, but also provides smaller individual office spaces for lease. Many of Lafayette's residents who work in San Francisco during the week lease a small office space a few days per week in this part of town and work locally to save time in traffic and add to their quality of life. The Lafayette community is big into the arts. An annual jazz festival, camp, draws students from the entire Bay Area, and the Lafayette Art and Wine Festival in September is a well-known tradition for Bay Area residents. In this blue building to the left, we have the art room offering drawing, painting, and clay classes to children and adults year-round. Next is La Marinda Music with instruments and music classes for the whole family. They share a space with La Marinda Performing Academy, a theater school for kids. While kids take classes, parents can grab a coffee with friends in this village-like part of Lafayette's downtown. The small-town feel, tree-lined streets, and walkable downtown are a draw for families, but also for professionals moving to the Bay Area who are willing to pay a little extra to live in Lafayette. Within a few minutes' walk of downtown Lafayette, right behind Mount Diablo Boulevard, is the Lafayette BART station to the left. Residents arrive early weekday mornings to grab a parking spot and take the 30-minute train ride into San Francisco's financial district. Some lucky commuters are able to walk from their homes in downtown Lafayette or the Happy Valley neighborhood. Some scooter, bike, or BART, or they may take a ride share. Others wait in the casual carpool line for a shared but free ride into San Francisco, with other passengers and a driver going the same way. Although Lafayette has a careful and slow approach to housing development, in the past few years we have seen some new condos being built on the western side of town, within walking or biking distance of BART. It's not just families with kids that choose to live in Lafayette, and this part of town provides options for professionals, couples, and smaller families who enjoy a quieter lifestyle with great access to hiking, biking trails, and the Lafayette Reservoir nearby. These condos were built several years ago, were bought right away, and more are under construction nearby. These condos and some of the apartments behind BART downtown provide a good entry point to the real estate market for newcomers to the area, who may opt for a larger home with a yard in the future, but who for the time being want to get to know the town and commute. This part of downtown Lafayette is the most convenient and offers some of the least costly housing options in Lafayette. The average apartment here is a 2-bedroom, and most are rentals. Residents enjoy a 2-minute walk to BART and live right behind Lafayette's main street, Mount Diablo Boulevard. So access to cafes and groceries is an easy and pleasant walk from their front door. This part of downtown area is more open. There's a pop-up art gallery to the left, and to the right is Lafayette Town Square, with a grassy area full of picnicking families on weekends. The weather is 20 degrees warmer in Lafayette than it is in San Francisco and communities further east like Oakland. This leaves residents free to enjoy outdoor concerts on the town square and alfresco dining in this part of town practically year-round. Each of Lafayette's neighborhoods has its own personality, and here we enter the residential part of downtown with smaller but very charming homes on smaller lots. This part of town offers a mix of rental and sale options and is served by Lafayette Elementary School. There's also a preschool here on the right and Stanley Intermediate School, which serves all of Lafayette. This neighborhood near Lafayette Elementary School features smaller but very charming homes with high walk scores. BART is downtown, and 2 of the neighborhood schools are within easy reach, so you will see kids walking and biking to and from school in this part of town. For parents with long workdays in San Francisco, living in this safe yet walkable part of Lafayette with award-winning schools is worth the price tag. Also, the newly designed Lafayette Library and Learning Center is down the street, and it's a popular place for kids to hang out after school and wait to be picked up by their parents. Now we're approaching Stanley Middle School, which has just received a facelift and some new facilities. This well-regarded middle school has 1,200 students and serves all of Lafayette's students between 6th and 8th grade. Stanley has an excellent music program, great access to technology for its students, and ranks in the top 5% on standardized tests in California. The Trails neighborhood to the east of downtown is less walkable than the downtown neighborhood, but the tree-lined streets, walking and biking trail that runs through this area make it one of the most coveted neighborhoods to live in. There are less rental options here, and homes for sale are more rare. But the lots are larger and more private than the downtown Lafayette neighborhood, so many residents find a nice balance here in the size of home, bikeability, and outdoor space. Many of these homes even have a pool in the backyard for those hot summer days. Lafayette has an interconnected trail system, and part of that system runs along this flat neighborhood and into downtown, as well as into the hilly neighborhood of Burton Valley. Nestled further into the hills of Lafayette and bordering the small town of Moraga, Burton Valley is a neighborhood surrounded by nature. The architecture here is mostly ranch-style, single-level homes, but there are some larger remodeled homes in this area too. There's a local pool and the Lafayette Recreation Center, the Lafayette Community Park, and Burton Valley Elementary School, the largest elementary school in Lafayette. Residents step out of their homes to hike the hillside trails here through oak and eucalyptus trees, and you may see wild turkeys, quail, and deer on your morning run through this scenic neighborhood. Homes and gardens are well kept here. Neighbors are friendly and say hi on the Lafayette Trail as they stroll down the streets in the evening. Burton Valley is farther from downtown Lafayette, which adds about 15 to 20 minutes to commute times, but for many residents here, the surrounding nature, excellent schools, and friendly casual community make Burton Valley an ideal place to settle down. Happy Valley is known for having larger homes on even larger, spacious lots. Along Happy Valley Road to the left, you can see one of Lafayette's 4 top-rated elementary schools, Happy Valley Elementary. This school is unique for its huge outdoor campus and sports fields for kids to enjoy and play outside surrounded by trees, a creek, and nature. It's not uncommon to see an orchard in the front yard of a Happy Valley home. Many of the homes here have been expanded or extensively remodeled, and there is a large selection of custom-built homes in this prestigious neighborhood. This neighborhood near Happy Valley Elementary is 1 mile from BART, but it is only accessible by a 1-lane road, so traffic can be heavy during school drop-off and pickup and during commute hours. There are many types of homes here, from contemporary to craftsman to ranch style, and an occasional estate. Residents here may live on a private estate with their own grounds or a more traditional family neighborhood within walking or biking distance to Happy Valley Elementary School. This small town of around 25,000 people is worth a closer look. If you value lifelong learning in the arts, if you like warm weather, rolling hills, the outdoors, and close proximity to San Francisco by train, maybe you should give Lafayette a try.